In this video, we'll talk about the relationship between the viewports and the graph editor. This feature makes ArtEngine unique in its ability for each window to work independently of one another. I'll show you what I mean. If I double click on the Compose Material node as we've been doing, we'll see it appear in the 3D viewport and the 2D viewport. And if I double click downstream, both viewports update with the current node and we can make adjustments as necessary. We'll double click on the Compose node to view the changes. And let's just do the same on the normal generation area. Double clicking will essentially show in both viewports and bring up any tweakable properties that are available. But what if I want to work on a downstream node while viewing my changes? We can single click on a node, like our hue saturation, and update the settings as we like. And we'll see the 3D viewport update on the full material. I'll just do another change on the roughness. We're able to see the changes in 3D window because it's still displaying the Compose Material node, as indicated on the top left. Single clicking on a node will only show its properties and not be reflected in the upper windows. Now what if I want to modify the properties downstream but also view the changes in the 2D window while viewing the results in the 3D window? First, I'll double click the Compose node, then I'll right click on a downstream node and choose View in 2D Viewport. Now I can view the changes in the 2D window and make adjustments. Let's do the same for the ambient occlusion. Right click and choose View in 2D Viewport. So right clicking and choosing to view in the 2D viewport will sync the properties panel and the 2D viewport to the node. Again, looking at the top left, we can see that the 3D window is still viewing the Compose node. To show how these windows can really work independently from one another, let's right click on the roughness node and view in the 2D viewport. But this time, let's right mouse and hold and drag the levels node into the 2D viewport. What this will do is only display the levels node in the 2D window without changing the property sliders. Now each of our windows are working independently from one another. The properties window is showing the selected node, the 2D window is showing the levels node, and the 3D window, our Compose Material node. You can do this with any type of node. It doesn't have to be a direct upstream node. You can right mouse drag any node into either window. And as long as my roughness generation node is selected, only its properties will be shown for tweaking. So to recap, double clicking on a node will place it in both viewports and show its properties. Single clicking will only bring up the property tabs available. Right-clicking on a node and choosing View in 2D View will fill the 2D viewport and show its properties. Right-clicking and dragging into a viewport will only display and not show its properties. Lastly, we can also drag select a group of nodes and do bulk adjustments within the Properties panel.